Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to the latest matchday preview. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Tranmere Rovers at the Eco Power Stadium in League 2. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview, Doncaster Rovers versus Tranmere Rovers in League 2 tomorrow. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and continuing to do so. It does mean a great deal to me to see the subscribership increasing as we create more content, which is great to see. It means that you guys are enjoying it and sticking around to see more. If this video has brought you to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe if you do like this sort of format and this sort of content, and hopefully you stick around for future content coming up. And if you are new, this is the format that we go through match previews. We look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about, and then we have a look at the opponent's one to watch. So this is just my opinion on Tranmere's key player, but as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so if you think somebody else should be featuring in that section, please get them in the comments down below. I do like to learn about every club that we're playing in the division. And then we finish the video off with 3 predictions. The predicted team lineup, thanks to FanHub. Me and the family are doing a predictions league, so there's an update on that table, and then the all important score prediction at the very end, which hopefully this week will be spot on. So on to previous meetings. Donny and Tranmere have faced off a total of 79 times in our history, and it's decent reading for Donny fans. 39 wins out of those 79. We've shared the spoils on 20 occasions, and Tranmere have won 20 of those games as well. And when we drill down into the more recent 5, it's good reading for Donny Rovers fans once again. We jump back to 2013 in League 1 and it was 1-0 home win. And then the curtailed season 2020, we only played each other once in League 1, and that was a 3-0 away win. And then in 22-23 last season in League 2, it was a 3-0 defeat at Tranmere, but a 2-0 win at home. I would certainly take that tomorrow. And then earlier this season, Doncaster Rovers ran out 2-1 winners at Tranmere. So 4 wins out of the last 5 meetings. Hopefully we can make it 5 wins out of the last 6 come 5:15 tomorrow. On to current form though, it does tell a slightly different story. Doncaster coming into this one with a defeat, a win on penalties in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, 2 defeats and a draw last time out. Tranmere on the other hand, a win, 2 defeats, a win and a draw, so better form coming into this one for Tranmere. Our poor form though, Doncaster's poor form does continue. We have only won twice in the last 11 league games, so we certainly need to be turning that around if we're going to avoid the drop this season. It's precariously close at the minute. But it was a week where we had our eyes on Sutton's results. Obviously a 7-point gap could have been slashed to 1 come the end of play Saturday. Luckily for the Rovers, Sutton suffered defeat to Harrogate and couldn't hold out against us on Saturday. We scored late on to rescue a point, but probably should have had all 3, with a number of decisions not going our way. The first one in the first minute, a penalty could have been given. I've seen them been given, but it was a very theatrical dive by Waters, and the referee was unmoved. But the second one, a 1-2 on the left hand side, Senior runs into the box and he's clearly tripped, and once again referee not interested. So could have had a couple of penalties before Sutton went 1-0 up, and the game may have played out slightly differently, but we rescued a point and the cushion remains at 7 points. So I think we just need to do our bit, try and win us home games, draw as many away as we can, get points wherever possible, and we should be okay this season. And yeah, points on the board are the priority now, not performances. I would quite happily take a shocking performance and a 1-0 win in the remaining 17 games or 16 games, whatever it is. Tranmere on the other hand started the season poorly, but have had a bit of an upturn in form recently. The team that tends to win or lose. They've only drawn 4 games all season. Crawley, the only team in League 2 with less draws this season on 3, and Gillingham are equal on 4. So yeah, I'm guessing it's going to either be a Doncaster or a Tranmere win tomorrow. 6 wins and 1 draw in Tranmere's last 10 have really pulled them away from the bottom 2. 3 defeats in those 10 coming at Walsall and away at Barrow. and a very good team, overperforming this season certainly. And then at home to MK Dons, who are not a bad team themselves. It's given them a 15-point cushion at this stage of the season. I think that's massive, but they'll certainly be wanting to continue this good recent run of form tomorrow against a struggling Doncaster team. On to player profile. So for this one, I've gone with Timothy Lotutala, 20-year-old goalkeeper, brought in on the final day of the January transfer window, our final signing. And it's another loanee coming in, which is it's a little frustrating because we're not kind of building a team for the future, but at the same time it's understandable to a certain extent with the recent news coming out about transfer fee restrictions and things like that. Overall though, I do think Timothy is a decent addition, and it provides a bit of competition for Louis Jones, with Ian Lawler being out injured for the rest of the season. So I think having that competition between the sticks is only a positive thing. Overall though, I do think the window was underwhelming. A lot of loans, one permanent. Like I say, it's not really building for the future, which is slightly worrying, but hopefully that is rectified in the summer. We are where we are at the moment, and there's not a lot we can do about it, which is unfortunate. On Timothy though, love seeing the energy at Sutton, getting fans going, wanting more noise, and then celebrating like a madman when we equalised late on. So hopefully that energy continues, and he shows a bit of it at the Eco Power Stadium and we get behind him. Moving on to the opponent's one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do. So if you think somebody else should be featured in this section, get them in the comments down below. But for me, I've gone with Connor Jennings, 32-year-old centre forward, plenty of appearances in the EFL, 434 appearances, 101 goals and 52 assists. But for me this season, I'm going with Connor as the one to watch in tomorrow's fixture, because he's got the most goal contributions for Tranmere, scored 9, assisted 5. Yeah, definitely one to watch. If he's not getting on the end of it and putting it in the back of the net, he's creating for them as well. So I think if we not so much focus on him, but keep him quiet as much as we can, I think we could stand a chance of getting something. But like I say, it's a worry going into games, panicking at the minute, needing points. We should be confident going in at home, and I think, like I say, keep Connor quiet, and we've got a good opportunity to get something for sure. On to my predicted team lineup for this fixture. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into, and you get rewarded for following your team. What more can I say about it to convince you to download this app? I use it mainly for inputting my predicted team lineup, and for this one I've gone with Lotutala in goal. I think he did well in his debut, so it'd be nice to see him make a home debut. A back four, I'm not a fan of the back five that we adopted against Sutton, so I'd like to see a back five with Sterry at right back, McGrath and Wood in the middle, Maxwell at left back, a midfield three of Broadbent, Bailey and Tommy Rowe, and then a front three of Adelaken, Waters and Ironside. And hopefully we get to see Waters or Adelaken get their first goal in a Rovers shirt, or at least provide something for Joe Ironside, and we come away with the 3 points. We will see how close I am with that predicted 11 come around 2 o'clock tomorrow. Onto the predictions league table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. Get it completely wrong, we get no points. And I think we were split against Sutton. I think we had a couple of worried defeats and a couple of confident wins, but obviously it finished 1-1, so no change in the table. I still lead the way on 20 points, but it's tight for second with Max on 12, Chris on 11 and Dad on 10. I just need to keep that buffer and keep on going, a bit like Doncaster. Need to keep that buffer and stay ahead of the people below us. And that takes me on to my score prediction for this one. Honestly, I don't think scorelines matter too much at the minute. Like I say, or performances don't matter. It's all about getting points on the board or equaling what Sutton and Forest Green are doing below us. It's not a great way of thinking. It's not a great way of coming into games. We need to come into games hoping to, well, trying, believing that we can win every single one of them. But looking at previous results this season, I don't think we're gonna. It's all about staying ahead of Forest Green and Sutton for me, and a massive rebuild once again in the summer. And hopefully Terry Bramwell puts his money where his mouth is. He's wanting to see Doncaster back in the Championship. That's going to take a lot of hard work across the club. So yeah, hopefully it starts on Saturday and we continue to be at least 7 points away from Sutton. I'm hoping, this is hoping, for a tight 2-1 win. We will see how close I am come 5:15 tomorrow. Like I say, performances don't matter now. It's points on the board and remaining at least 7 points away from Forest Green and Sutton. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And always, thank you for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.